Hey, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. I'm Elena Lipson. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of the Divine Self-Care Circle membership and the Virtual Retreat Academy. I don't believe that you have to sacrifice your body, your health, or your family in order to create true abundance and prosperity. I believe in living based on the divine feminine metrics of success, and these include pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Each week, I'll bring you 1 to 2 new episodes. One of these will be a guided meditation that you don't have to do on the meditation pillow, and the other will be a conversation to help you access your inner wisdom, to ignite abundance, and inspire others to do the same. I invite you to join me on this journey back to the magic of a divinely aligned and well cared for you. And now, join me for today's episode. Hello and welcome to today's Divine Self-Care Meditations and Musings podcast. This is Elena Lipson, your self-care coach and mentor. And we're going to dive right in today because today I want to share a story with you. I want to share the secret sauce of what helps me stay with my dreams, stay with my vision, keep showing up. This is what helps me to keep showing up. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with women who are so disconnected from their own confidence, from their own voice, from their own vision for their life, that they can't even see what the next step is. And I want to help you to turn this around if that resonates with you. If you're feeling like you are constantly looking to others for answers, if you are constantly staying busy with books and courses and coaches with no real intention or direction, if you are hoping that someone is going to come and rescue you and to change your life and to help you do all the things you want to do, then I want to help you to reframe that. Mostly because I was there. I was there exactly in that place, wondering when I was going to stop feeling so tired, when I was going to stop feeling so stuck in my situation, and when I can finally start to follow my own intuition, not just on a daily, basis of what do I want to eat and where do I want to go, but really when it comes to crafting and curating your life, when it comes to taking responsibility for the path that your life is taking, to stop blaming finally once and for all anyone else for where your life is. And if that triggers you, if you feel like, wait a minute, but you have no idea, Elena, you have no idea what my life is, you have no idea my circumstances, you're right. I don't know your circumstances and you don't know mine and we don't know each other's, and that's okay. And even with that, I fully and completely 100% believe that you can begin making micro changes today, tomorrow, and starting with one foot in front of the other. And with that, it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, because you're going to stop telling yourself that story and you're going to start taking responsibility for taking one little tiny step. One step. That's all it takes. So first, I want to start by telling you a story. It's about why I do what I do and why I'd like to help you achieve the same mindset that it takes to know your needs and to want and to have the courage to ask and claim those things without the guilt, to really understand that because you desire something and it's in your heart, that it's there for a reason. And if it is, then you can claim those things and you can trust that the guilt, it's not a block, it's not a brick wall. It's just a reminder that you are in a series of habits that are so used to giving to others, but maybe not to yourself. So for me, the reason I decided to start teaching self-care habits is simple. Now that I can look back and have that 20/20 clarity, right? That rear view perspective. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I thought I was strong. I had a strong voice. I asked for what I wanted. But if I was being really honest with myself, which I can be now, I was still being the version of myself that others expected me to be, whether it was my parents, whether it was a sibling, whether it was a boyfriend at the time, whether it was my teachers. I was being the nice one who made everyone else feel comfortable, who did not push the boundaries of my own edges. I was being the one who was always saying yes to requests on my time and attention, even at my own expense. Even the big decisions of my life were made to make other people happy. I could see that now. Even though they were partially led by my intuition, I could see how so much of what I did was because other people expected me to. But once I became a wife and a mother, this way of being began to take a toll on my health and my wellness. I found myself utterly exhausted, sad for no reason, and still trying to be everything to everyone. I can remember helping my friends who had kids who were sick or were going through illness themselves, and I was the first one at their doorstep with a pot of soup. I was the first one to be there no matter what time of night. I would be there and that is a really beautiful thing I love about myself. But it usually was a lot of the times at my own expense, when there were times where I could have said, yes, but I need to do it this way, or yes, but not right now. I would literally drop everything and help somebody else. And while that looks on the outside like a good quality, yeah, it is a good quality, but not if I'm doing it and sacrificing my own health and wellness. Because what that does is eventually you grow to resent being the one who's always there for other people. I know I did. And I had to have some heart-to-heart conversations with my dear friends, and they saw it too, And I was doing all of this with a young child, all while building a business, nursing my baby around the clock, and running a house in a new state with no family support. Something had to give in that situation. And it turned out that something was me. After years of trying to figure out why I was having digestive issues, experiencing bend over pain in my belly, and started developing flu-like symptoms every few months. Finally, for me, after a colonoscopy, CAT scans, and loads of blood work, I was referred to my very first naturopath, and she took a different test, and she actually diagnosed me with an autoimmune disease, which was a huge relief in a lot of ways because it finally explained all of the symptoms that I had. And it also woke me up to my own habits of self-sacrifice. And guess what that treatment was for that particular autoimmune disease, which is Epstein-Barr? Besides changing my entire diet, it was self-care, and it was less stress, which I know it's easier said than done for this girl from New York who's been working since I was 12. After finally having that come to Jesus moment, after finally slowing down enough to see what was going on, I knew I had to make changes. So I sold my business at the time, and I started going back to yoga, where I silently cried almost every time because I was beginning to remember who I was. And from that journey, I realized that I had spent years not really taking care of my mind, my body, and my spirit. This was a new journey, and it changed everything for me. Today, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I want, and I know how to ask for what I want without apology. The reason that I wanted to share my story with you is because I want you to know me, and I want you to know that I am here to help you. As you'll see in what I'm about to share with you, is that I adore, this is my passion, is helping women just like you to begin to implement the daily self-care practices that I've learned over the last 2 decades. And I'm doing this through various courses and through my self-care circle, which is a year-long program. And this is what I think about all the time. How can I help you? Now, I know that your life circumstances are different from mine. And I know that not everyone has the spaciousness to sell a business and to go take yoga classes. I get that. And I know that more than ever now. The women I work with come from all walks of life, from all different financial circumstances. Some are single mothers, some run businesses, some work for other people, some are paycheck to paycheck. I get that. But it's even more reason that I understand the importance of wherever you are right now of taking full responsibility for allowing yourself to invest even a little bit of time in yourself each day, even starting to change your thoughts about how you feel about yourself, your body, your possibility in the world is going to have a huge effect. I understand more than ever that this is a journey, but that journey starts from wherever you are. Your story is not my story, but I know, because I've been working with so many women over the last 2 decades, that we have things in common. I've worked with women from all socioeconomic backgrounds, from all different diverse backgrounds. And regardless of how we look on the outside, we have similar goals. We have dreams. We have intentions of helping other people. We have intentions of celebrating ourselves. We have intentions of being more connected with our own intuition and with our own passion and serving other people and being well paid for that as well. So I want you to have similar outcomes as the women that I've worked with. I want you to be able to follow your own intuition. I want you to have a deep trust in your voice, your style, and your own pace. I want to help you learn to make decisions based on you and what's important to you, not your friend, not anyone else in your life, not who you're seeing on social media. I want you to feel lit up instead of sad and run down. For you, I want better relationships and communication. The women that work with me in my courses, in coaching and my self-care circle, come out after creating these new habits every day. They are confident, they're glowing, they're ready to make decisions. They take action. They're in the habit of seeing potential and opportunity. And even if they feel fear, they know how to move through it, because I provide you with the tools to move through the emotions. To, again, trust your own pace and be okay with doing it your way. Not to mention laughing more, smiling more, and feeling resonant instead of feeling like you have to follow somebody else's template. This is what I want for you. So if any of that sounds good, I'd love to invite you, if you're listening to this the week of December, today's December, the third week of December, December 10th, I have a course that's currently open that I want to invite you in to explore. And I want you to go ahead and check it out and see what I want to take you through. It's a journey that I have created and crafted and curated to help you understand where to start, because that's the biggest thing. I know what I want. I think I have an idea, but I don't know where to start. You're telling me self-care is a thing I need to do, but I don't know where to start. I don't have time. I totally get that. I really, really do. So I've taken and broken down the most minute, daily, micro self-care actions. If you've listened to a last episode, it's a couple episodes ago, the micro moments of self-care, you'll see my philosophy. My philosophy is you start where you are in the tiniest ways possible and to begin to feel the shifts and the ripples in your life. I am so passionate about you claiming a life that is sustainable, that regardless of where you are right now, you have the potential to make changes. And I want to help you do just that. So I want you to check out the course. Let me know if you have any questions. It's ElenaLipson.com/self-care course. No spaces, no dashes. ElenaLipson.com/self-care course. If you're listening to this after the course doors have closed, I promise you there'll be another way for you to work. So just go ahead and click that, go to that link, and there'll be something else there for you that can get you started in creating the small, tiny changes, daily changes right now. So I got you covered. So I hope you've been inspired to rethink what's possible for yourself, to understand that no matter where you are right now, there's a step you can take to connect with yourself, to really understand that you have a potential here, that you're here for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in accidents. I think I just created a new word. So if you're feeling called to start investing time, money, energy, attention in you, even if it's tiny little baby steps, especially if it's tiny little baby steps. Most people talk about changing their lives, taking leaps of faith, quitting their job, moving to a different state, and there's a time and place for that. But what I truly believe is that mountains don't move in a day. You start taking a step, and then another step, and then another step. And then one day, you stop where you are, and you look back, and you can see how far you've come. The things that you do for yourself every day are incremental. They don't make a difference in that day unless you keep doing them day after day after day. You don't go to the gym and expect your muscles to start bulging and have, the perfect body that you've been craving in 2 days or 3 days or even a week or even a month. These things take time. It's about loving yourself on the journey to wherever you want to go, whether it's about fitness in your body, whether it's about intimacy in your relationships, whether it's connection with your kids, whether it's success in your business. It's not about the massive changes where you just decide one day to just change everything. Of course, people do that. But what you don't see are the million little decisions that led up to that choice. Speaking as someone who left New York and moved to California in one foul swoop, it looked like a really fast decision. But actually, it was one that I had been thinking about for a long time. And finally, I got the courage to actually book the ticket and do it. So it's not a leap of faith that's going to change your life. It's a micro moment of investing in yourself. It's waking up in the morning, and instead of reaching for your phone, you reach for your journal. Instead of reaching for a donut to soothe yourself, you decide to put on music and dance. These are the kind of micro changes that I want to help you make. Let's go ahead and start that journey together. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in this for the long term. I believe this is the portal to your wealth and health and happiness. So go ahead and check out elenalipson.com/self-care course. And I so look forward to seeing you there. This is Elena Lipson, your self-care coach and mentor. And I hope you have an incredible day. I wish you so much magic, so much grace, and so much gratitude for being here. I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for listening and learning about the new divine self-care way of being in your life, business, and the bedroom based on the divine feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. If you're ready to bust the myth of overwhelm and tap into an inspired start to each day, I've put together a free video series for you to help you start each day with energy, inspiration, and ignite that inner pilot light which attracts joy, magic, and synchronicity. You can access my 3-step magic morning practice to help you ignite your inner light and attract the abundance that you're craving. Head on over to elenalipson.com/gift. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would so love if you share it with a friend, a sister, a mother, a daughter, and please leave a review. That is how the magic starts to ripple out. Here's wishing you a day full of beauty, magic, and divine self-care. I'll see you next time at the Meditations and Musings podcast.